I enlisted in the Navy because I didn't want to go in the Army. I didn't want to go to Vietnam, which I did finally want to go to Vietnam anyway. My first tour base was Davis, Rhode Island. I was assigned to MCB 40. They weren't recommissioned yet from this. They were a battalion for the Second World War. In the meantime, I was a construction apprentice. They sent me to Kenya, North Africa, for a goodwill type thing with other countries. There was a typhoon along their coast that washed out some of their main highway for the people to travel up through their country. We helped rebuild that part of the road. Came back, they sent me to Navy diving school. I became a scuba diver. I didn't go for hard ed. I didn't want that. And went back to the base. They turned around and sent me to the Antarctica for 3 months, 84 below zero. I was down there and I was testing welding wire with certain plate steel, which I found out later in years it was supposed to be for the Alaskan pipeline. Okay. I got back to Davisville. They told me don't unpack my bags, I'm leaving again. But not right away. I got recommissioned with MCB 40, and they turned around and they said to me, okay, you're being transferred to Gulfport, Mississippi, hooking up with a battalion, going to be recommissioned on MCB 62. And I got down there and it was dirtiest, scuzziest buildings around. Weeds 30, 40 feet high, had to be cut down, cleaned up, get rid of. I got bit by a snake while I was down there doing it. Lucky it wasn't poisonous, but it really made my hand get hurt. Went through training down there. I was assigned for a while to the Marine Corps Reserve Unit was there. It's an Amtrak company, and I was with them for a while until our own training started. Our regular training through Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and then Camp Shelby up in northern Mississippi. Finished there, went to Vietnam in December '66. Served the first tour at Fubai. I think the camp is called Camp Evans. Spent a tour there. Was up in while there they put me on detachment work. I went to Dong Hall and got back from there. They sent me on another detachment work to the end of my tour up at the Imperial Palace in South Vietnam, which the North Vietnam destroyed. We built an interrogation center for South Vietnamese Army. Got done there, came back, did a little stuff around the camp area for another 2-3 weeks, then we're all mostly shipped back to the States. Went on leave, came back, started all over again, regrouping, retraining, resupplying, and back over to Vietnam in January of '68. In January 30th, '68, they sent me to Quezon to help fortify the Marines at Quezon. I was only there up to Tet Start, through Tet Start, and they pulled us out of there, sent me back. Came back, worked around the Dang, Red Beach Dang area, different projects. What they call the enclave is the surrounding area that all the units are in. And we're put buildings up for the Marines to bring their tanks in, to do service work on them. And the bridges had to be repaired to get blown up or something like that. Then one of our men up on a bridge up which was north of the mountains, closer to Fubai, was a bridge called Fulak Bridge. It got blown up in the center and had to be rebuilt. And one of our guys got hurt, so they had to send another petty officer up there. I was a third class petty officer then. So I went up there, and about 2 weeks before we left, and I came back 2 weeks before we left and came back to the States.